Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of the Cisco tutorial series. In this tutorial we are going to be carrying out the basic route configuration via the command line interface. As you can see on screen, the network will consist of 2 routers, 2 switches and 2 PCs. We now need to enter the command line interface. To do this, click on router 0 and click on CLI tab. If prompted to continue with the configuration dialog, press N, then enter twice. We are now in user executive mode. This mode is not going to be used by us as it is command limited. Type enable and hit enter. We are now in privileged user executive mode. This mode gives us a larger variety of commands to use. Now type configure terminal and hit enter. We are now in the configuration mode. As the name suggests, this mode lets us configure the router. We are now in configuration mode. As the name suggests, this mode lets us configure the router. Type hostname followed by the name you wish to call the router, separated by a space, then hit enter. As you can see on screen, I called my router R1. Type enable password Cisco. And hit enter. Now type enable secret Cisco 123. Enable password Cisco would show in the running configuration as plain text. Enable secret Cisco 123 has encryption, therefore when showing the running config, the user cannot actually view what the password is. Now type line con 0, all separated with a space, and click enter. Now type password Cisco and hit enter. Now type login and hit enter. Type exit to come out of the configuration for line con 0. And hit enter. Now type line VTY04 as shown on screen. Type password Cisco and hit enter. Type login and hit enter. Type exit and click enter. Line VTY sets up a logical interface for SSH and Telnet. Type interface followed by the port that your switch for the customer is currently connected to. As you can see on my screen, my router is connected via the interface fast Ethernet 0-0. Sorry, my mistake. It's connected from 0-1 as shown on screen. Now click enter. As you can see, we have entered the configuration for the interface fast Ethernet 0-1. Now type IP address. Now the IP address that I'm going to use is 192.168.1.1 on a 24 network. And to set the IP address, just simply click enter. Type no shutdown and hit enter. As you can see, this brings the interface up and keeps it up. Type description, followed by your description of that interface. The description is not necessarily needed, but it is good practice to keep. Next, type exit and hit enter. Now we're going to set up the interface that will set up the serial link between router 0 and router 1. To do this, type interface SE and then the serial link that it's on. Mine's going to be on 0-0-0. Now, just like for the fast Ethernet, we're going to set up the IP address. I'm going to set it up as 192.168.1.1, again on the -24 network. Now, this is not what most network administrators would do when setting up a network, and it's not good practice to do so. So feel free, if you're good at subnetting, to enter your own IP address in here. That will set up a subnet between the serial link. Now, as you can see on mine, the actual IP address is overlapping, so I'm going to change the IP address from .1.1 to .2.1. Again, just like on the fast Ethernet, I'm going to change it to no shutdown, and this will bring the interface up. Now, because router 1 is currently not set up, the actual link itself is down, but not because we have turned it off, it's because the other router is not currently set up. Now, exactly like what we did on the fast Ethernet, I'm going to set up a description. Now type router RIP and click enter. Type network 192.168.1.0. Click enter and type exit. You've now configured router 0 successfully. Type Control Z and this will bring you all the way back down to privileged user executive mode. Type copy, run start and hit enter. Hit enter again and your running config is now being saved to NVRAM. This means if your router now reboots, shuts down or has a power cut, it's going to bring that config back online when it restarts. Thank you for watching episode 1 of the Cisco tutorial series. If you have any comments, questions or queries, simply leave a comment below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.